That's always been on the cards.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why that was never responded to was that India did not have a social welfare net for, or the cover for, social insurance cover for Indians in India. And therefore, if they had to give it, where would it be given? In the sense, where would it be used? Today, I think most private insurances, or for um, many of the families which are below the certain level of income, Ayushman Bharat is a fantastic big coverage. And also, there's now a lot more um, private sector option also for insurance cover. So, whether that is being factored in now in the negotiations on this particular thing, I'm not adequately informed.
Wouldn't Provident Fund qualify as cover?
Well, we had suggested that, even that. I remember doing that in my commerce capacity, telling them, I don't think you should decide on which one. We have a EPF for, and also the new pension scheme which is there. We put all these arguments before them, and repeatedly that was being sort of stonewalled, saying, no, you don't have adequate health cover. I remember that. I've heard it at least twice in my negotiations on the totalization effect.
What's the size of the money that they owe us under this?
As it stands today, I wouldn't know.
It would probably be as much as the bilateral
Humongous.
trade.
Yeah, humongous amounts. And most of them, unfortunately, have no claim over it, because I think there is a minimum period of at least 10 years.
10 years ago.
And our fellows, no fellow here continues. If they come as a project leader or a particular assignee, he stays here for at best 5 years and goes back.
Right.
So it's so decided that you really can't, benefit. And no one in any case does live for that duration in this country.
Ma'am, with respect to international funds you mentioned, but one area where a lot of international funds are very active is the distressed assets market within India. Specifically for them, because they are at this point in time seeking certain changes too with the way the IBC is structured, because just in one case where the bid has gone through and everything has gone through, and then suddenly an investigative agency comes in and attaches the assets of the promoter.
No, but that's been struck by the court.
Sure, but I'm saying broadly for the funds like this, is there any specific approach?
No, but one minute. That is nothing. That is not an infirmity in the IBC. It is something to do with the asset of a person whose company went through the resolution process.
Sure, but
So
that raises some problems for somebody who might be wanting to invest in these assets, right, in the future.
All right. So.
No, but is there an approach to get some of these assets, some of these funds to better invest and to chip in more money, to be less concerned about future roadblocks that might come in?
No. I think your asking may be right, but my answering will only muddy the understanding.
Sure.
So I want you to allow me
Sure.
to pair your question out.
Absolutely.
If ED attaches somebody's property, and as a result of which some uncertainty comes into the IBC process, it's nothing, first of all, to say on the IBC itself. If that individual has also something to do with money laundering related issue, the issue here would be whether is it the individual's property or the company's property, and as a result of which the attachment being done, whatever way done by the ED, what if it has a bearing on the new fellow who wants to buy the company, and therefore the uncertainty. That's not going to happen in every case where the company is going for resolution. So I don't think we should escalate one case to reflect everything to do with IBC.
Ma'am, do you think India has benefited from the US-China trade war in any meaningful way? If you look at the stats, trade stats, US Commerce Department, it is not reflected there.
No, but 1 minute.
And on the other hand, US-China trade deficit has grown more under Trump than it was under Obama.
No, 1 minute, I'm not sure um, anyone would be in a position to see who has benefited out of this trade tension yet. Maybe you'll be able to do it eventually. But as things stand today, I'm not sure a direct assessment of tension there and therefore who's got a fallout and beneficial fallout is yet made out of anybody's case. I don't think I have made it yet for India. So I may not be able to answer that.
But in the case of Vietnam, people have quantified it. You know, there are reports that Vietnam has clearly benefited from.
I don't know. That is why I even gave this interpretation about how many went to Vietnam and is it really going to Vietnam. That also today at least 4 or 5 was been saying, have they really gone? Because there's a saturation in Vietnam. There's enough difficulty as it is for getting qualified workforce and so on. So I don't know. So if you've learned something on it, which I'm not aware.
Just for logistics, ma'am, at what forum did you have this discussion?
No, this was not in a forum.
This was a private.
Because I tagged it along with it because you said that
Right.
what was the discussion with the industry leaders? What's the assessment about companies coming out of China? So these were in conversation with many people, not in a forum.
Sure.
You're
Okay.
traveling to Chicago from here
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
for meeting the industries there?
And also the Indian diaspora. I'm just spending 1 day. Next morning I'm back.
Are you feeling better now?
Yes, much better from yesterday.
Yeah, I heard about it.
It was just the flu which I carried from Delhi.
Oh, okay.
And after coming here, I can see many people, many
Yeah.
ministers were blowing their noses, even as they were talking.
The season of flus. You go back straight to electioneering there?
No, by which time Maharashtra's election would have happened, 21st, right? That's why much before coming here, I had gone off to Pune and Maharashtra, Mumbai, finished the campaign and then came back to